Finally. Is happening. Your Father is making you. Archangel Michael says, this moment was always meant to come, but it had to arrive in divine timing. There are things about your Father you never knew, plans he made in silence, sacrifices he kept hidden behind his calm smile. Now, the hidden legacy is unfolding before your eyes, and the angels have been waiting for you to receive it. A sacred document exists, kept in a place no one could touch, a record written not just by man but sealed with heavenly presence. This truth was shielded from everyone, even from those closest to your Father, because it wasn't meant for their eyes. You were always the one chosen to hold this legacy. Even if your journey so far made you feel forgotten or unworthy. In a time when others chased validation and attention, your Father observed you from a quiet distance. He watched how you handled pain, betrayal, and storms that tried to break you, and he took note of your strength. Behind his silence, he was preparing something only a few souls in this world could understand. This legacy is not only physical, it is spiritual. He built it with wisdom that came through visions, dreams, and quiet instructions from angels who guided his steps. And now, the heavens are preparing the moment when this inheritance will be handed over to you. Type Amen to get blessing. March 1933. You are being positioned now in ways that might feel unfamiliar but are deeply aligned with destiny. What is about to be revealed will shake others, especially those who believed you had nothing. But this revelation will prove that favor was always surrounding you, even when it seemed silent. Some people in your circle are already sensing a shift. They may not be able to name it, but they can feel something heavy in the air around you. That weight is power, the kind that comes not from wealth alone, but from divine authority. Do not be surprised if faces start to change, if people begin to ask you strange questions, or act differently. They will feel the glory that's beginning to rest on your life like fire in the sky. And that glory is connected directly to what your Father sealed away for you in the spiritual realm. Comment if this message speaks to you deeply. This confirmation was long overdue, and now it will not delay anymore. Your name is being unlocked in a realm no human can interfere with. Type Amen to get blessing. 997. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, the time has come for you to walk into rooms your Father built with his hands and guarded with his prayers. Those rooms were not physical alone, they were rooms in destiny, rooms in trust, and rooms in purpose. And you are about to receive the master key. There are doors being opened that have been shut for years. Behind one of them is a letter written with trembling hands. Signed by a man who knew the world would never understand what he did. He left it not for explanation, but for empowerment. You may feel emotions rising, even memories that didn't make sense before are beginning to align. This is not coincidence, it's prophecy unfolding like a sunrise after a long, cold night. Your spirit has known this moment was coming. A crown that belonged to him in the realm of honor is now resting on your head. People will wonder why you're shining, why you're different. They won't understand that it's because you're wearing something spiritual, something built from blood, love, and eternal faith. Type Amen to get blessing. 1144. Your Father had to remain silent to protect you. He could not risk revealing this truth while enemies still circled your life with fake smiles and hungry eyes. But now those enemies are falling one by one, and the path is clear. He saw too much betrayal in his time to trust easily. But he saw something in your eyes that reminded him of a warrior he once dreamed about. And now the angels confirm, you are the one. There is something buried deep, a location only your Father and the heavens knew. That location will soon be revealed to you, not by map, not by man, but through a divine moment. It will be when you least expect it, and the confirmation will be impossible to ignore. Comment below if your soul is already stirring with this message. You will be shocked at what your bloodline truly owns. This is not just inheritance. It is sacred power passed down like fire. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. The inheritance is not only in land, in wealth, or in name. It is in the authority to speak and see things shift. You have been granted spiritual backing that your Father quietly trained you for. He didn't teach you with words, He taught you through silence. You may not have noticed then, but every pause, every gaze, every mysterious act was part of your preparation. You were being built for this without knowing it. And now that you are ready, everything hidden will surface. Watch for signs in places that used to feel empty drawers. Attics, books, old pictures. They are not just memories, they are coded messages meant for now. Archangel Michael says, you are stepping into divine territory. No curse, no opposition, no delay can block what is already sealed for you. And the angels will protect the transfer with fire. Type Amen to get blessing 8121. Some people will act like they always supported you. But truth will shine, and even their hidden words will be exposed by divine light. You don't need revenge. Inheritance is its own justice. Your Father's wisdom created this moment through years of waiting and watching. He fought private battles just to make sure you'd have peace when this day came. And now that peace will be your shield. There is a safe. It contains more than valuables, it holds identity. When you touch it, something inside your spirit will unlock. Comment it's mine if you know this message is not ordinary. Because nothing in your life from this moment will be ordinary again. Everything will carry weight, light, and protection. Type Amen to get blessing 5617. The next 7 days are critical. There will be 3 moments that feel like déjà vu. They are not accidents, they are time markers. Pay close attention, because your Father's energy is moving through the divine wind. A letter with his handwriting will appear unexpectedly. And someone you haven't seen in years will suddenly speak of him as if no time has passed. These are confirmations from above that the document is real, and the promise is sealed. There is a shift coming even in how you walk. People will notice you have peace they can't disturb. That's because your foundation is no longer earthly. You are now standing on holy ground that your Father laid brick by spiritual brick. His mission is finished, and yours is beginning. With divine order, nothing can reverse it. Type Amen to get blessing 4343. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. A time will come soon when a signature will be needed. You will feel the weight in your hand, but the peace in your chest will confirm it's the right moment. And once your name is placed, everything shifts permanently. Your story is not random. Your Father wrote you into it with intentionality. Even when you didn't feel chosen, heaven had already made its decision. Archangel Michael says, "You were set apart not to be punished, but to be preserved." What felt like delay was protection, what felt like silence was sacred alignment. Now, as you rise, your enemies will scatter without needing confrontation. Your Father's favor is a shield around your new beginning. And heaven is rejoicing at the rightful heir stepping into divine position. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. There is a scroll, spiritual and physical, that was never meant to be opened until your heart was fully ready. That time is now, and your hands will be guided by the same force that guided your fathers. What you are about to touch will not just reveal ownership, it will activate a new realm of authority in your life. Expect your dreams to become more vivid. Voices you once heard faintly will now speak with clarity, and every doubt you once held about your value will disappear like smoke in a holy fire. Your father chose silence because the world was too loud. But in your silence, the truth will roar. It will echo across generations and break every curse spoken by those who try to erase your name. Comment if you already feel your soul responding before your mind understands. This message is not only confirmation, it is activation. From this point forward, nothing in your life remains ordinary. Type Amen to get blessing 7272. Your Father made this decision long ago, and nothing can reverse what was divinely set. He spoke your name into secret places that are now becoming visible in the natural world. That name is opening vaults, both earthly and eternal. There will be a man who approaches you with questions. He is not just a messenger, he is carrying the first key to the physical evidence of this inheritance. Do not fear him, but listen carefully, for his words will be guided by angelic memory. A house, untouched for years, will be opened. Inside will be traces of your father's journey and the map to your spiritual promotion. Take nothing lightly in this season. Every object, every sign, every whisper holds sacred meaning. Someone once told you that your father left with unfinished business. But the truth is, he left with completed promises sealed in divine timing. And that time has arrived, wrapping you in holy fire. Type Amen to get blessing January 2010. The world may not celebrate you yet, but heaven already has. Your angels have already begun preparing your surroundings for honor, not survival. Your battles were never in vain, they were training for territory you are about to own. There's a particular date coming up, one that used to mean little to you, but now, it will mark the beginning of a new identity. As the inheritor of your father's sacred design, even your documents, your appearance, and your surroundings will begin to change. Your presence will no longer be overlooked. In rooms where your name was once whispered in doubt, it will now be spoken in reverence. And those who turned their back will now wish they had honored you when they had the chance. Comment I receive if you know this moment is yours and no one else's. Because when heaven aligns, nothing on earth can deny. You are walking in your rightful spiritual inheritance. Type Amen to get blessing 5858. You are not just receiving ownership, you are becoming the evidence of divine planning across generations. Your father knew that this world would test you, so he prepared a way through it. There's a photo torn, forgotten, or maybe hidden, that will come back to your hands. That image carries a vibration that will shake your spirit awake in a way you've never felt. Do not ignore it, the land, the house, the property, it's more than what people think. It was blessed long ago by an act your father made in private. Now, that blessing is about to manifest fully in your life. Archangel Michael says, let no voice, no system, and no delay stop you from stepping forward. Even legal resistance will crumble in this process, because heaven's decree is stronger than any earthly paper. Type Amen to get blessing 3113. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20 you may receive calls or messages from people acting surprised. But their surprise is not your responsibility, it's their revelation. Your journey was never theirs to understand, only to witness. Watch how fast the right doors open now. You won't need to beg, explain, or chase. Everything you need will come straight to you, guided by divine flow. A lawyer, a friend of your father's, will step forward soon. He will say he was asked to stay silent until now, and what he brings will shift your entire financial and spiritual landscape. Comment the silence is breaking if this aligns with what you've been sensing already. Because what was hidden is now being shouted by heaven's trumpet. You are no longer in waiting. Type Amen to get blessing 4040. You will be given access to a book, journal, or file. What's written inside it will make you weep, not from pain, but from truth finally rising. It will confirm what you always felt deep inside your soul. Your father loved you more than you knew. He just couldn't say it the way others did. Instead, he built his love into things you are only now discovering. He made sacrifices in silence. Some of those sacrifices were mocked by others. But you are now the reward of every one of those acts. You are not just an heir, you are fulfillment in flesh. You are walking proof that divine timing can never be stopped by man. And every place that rejected you will now bow to the authority resting on you. Type Amen to get blessing 6262. A new chapter is not coming. It's already here, you are living in the first line of it right now. What happens next will feel surreal, but it is not a dream. Heaven is reorganizing your path. Where once you saw closed doors, now you will see gates wide open. Where you heard no's, now you'll hear echoes of yes in divine language. Archangel Michael says, rise with courage. What your father set in motion, heaven is completing through you. The scroll has been opened. The moment has begun. There is nothing ordinary about what is unfolding now. This is the inheritance of light. And it cannot be stopped. Type Amen to get blessing 77,777. Now the scroll is being lifted. It is glowing with a radiance not of this world, and your name is written in golden light at the very top. The first words declare you as the rightful carrier of legacy, the one chosen before birth to fulfill this sacred assignment. Your father's handwriting is trembling but strong. Every word echoes with divine guidance and hidden truth. This document is not just a letter, it is a divine contract between realms. He begins by addressing you not as a child, but as a successor. He writes that everything he kept silent about, everything he built behind the scenes, was always meant for you. Not because you demanded it, but because your spirit was humble enough to carry it. Comment if your soul already knew something this powerful was coming. Because now the confirmation has arrived in unstoppable waves. Your name is no longer whispered, it is declared. Type Amen to get blessing 9191. The letter speaks of properties you never knew about. Investments made in your name without your awareness. Keys stored in vaults far from where you live, but now being transferred. Your father hid these truths to protect you from jealous eyes and greedy hands. He knew that if the world knew what he built, they would try to destroy you before you were ready. But now, the angels say, you are ready. He mentions a person, someone close to you, who he never trusted. He says they smiled with their mouth but watched with envy. This person will try to get close again, but your discernment is now too sharp to be fooled. Your father ends the first part of the scroll with these words, "What I built in the dark will bless you in the light." Those words now echo through your entire bloodline. And the angels nod in approval, for the time of hiding is over. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. A second scroll is attached beneath the first. It contains blueprints, names of people involved, locations tied to your family name, and secrets only passed down by divine instruction. You hold it and feel a warmth in your palm. That's not paper. That's promise. There is a land in your father's name that has been untouched. On that land is something buried, a box, a message, a symbol. You will be led to it by an inner voice so loud you won't doubt it. He described this land in childhood stories you thought were fiction. But those tales were encrypted maps, guiding you toward the place of your next awakening. Now you realize he wasn't telling bedtime stories. He was building your foundation. Comment if you remember one story he used to tell that always felt different. That memory is your first key. And that key is unlocking something mighty. Type Amen to get blessing 8844. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. There will be a gathering soon. People will stand and speak your father's name with honor and sorrow. But when you rise to speak, the atmosphere will shift. You will feel a fire move through your bones. And every word you say will carry spiritual vibration. That is when the scroll will fully activate. In the presence of those who once doubted, your elevation will be sealed. Not by applause, but by divine confirmation. Heaven will send a sign, perhaps a light flicker, a dove, or an impossible wind in a closed room. Archangel Michael says, in that moment, do not fear the attention. You are not being spotlighted. You are being recognized by heaven and earth alike. Type Amen to get blessing 2244. Your father's instructions include a timeline. The dates are not chosen randomly, they are aligned with spiritual portals opening specifically for your journey. Pay attention to the numbers that repeat around you. One of the scroll's secrets is a combination lock. You may not know the digits yet, but heaven will show you in visions and dreams. Do not ignore those signs. You are not being overwhelmed. You are being upgraded. Your past pain had a purpose. It shaped your heart into something powerful. Now, it is that same heart that will carry a throne. Comment I accept the scroll if this speaks into the core of your being, because heaven will now move on your response. And time will bend for your breakthrough. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. A third part of the scroll is tucked within the second. This one is shorter, but heavier in power. It is titled, Instructions for the Final Activation. It lists names you'll meet, voices to follow, and places to visit. Some of these may seem random, but each encounter will awaken something in you. You will feel it, like a jolt in your soul, like you've been here before. You'll be told to return to a place from your childhood. Maybe it was a home, a village, or even a quiet field. When you arrive, you will see something that was never there before. That's the portal your father built through prayer. Not a structure, but a gateway between realms. And when you walk through it, heaven and earth will recognize your authority. Type Amen to get blessing 5151. Your words will begin to carry weight in ways that shock even you. People who used to ignore you will now come seeking your advice. But you must stay grounded in the scroll's instruction. There will be temptation, there will be voices trying to distort this blessing. But if you guard your heart, the legacy will multiply, not just for you, but through you. Your children, your family, your future will drink from this inheritance. And the enemy will regret ever trying to touch your father's line. Because now, you are the shield. Comment I'm ready to carry it all if your heart is burning right now. Because this moment is not about excitement, it's about spiritual responsibility. You've been chosen. And now, you must rise. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Your father ends the scroll with one final message. I didn't tell you everything because I needed you to discover it with strength, not fear. But I watched you every step and I loved you more than you ever knew. These words will wrap around your soul like armor. As you close the scroll, something will change in the room you're in. Your breath may slow. The light may flicker, the air may shift. That's heaven marking this moment as a divine completion. Archangel Michael says, you are now walking in fulfilled prophecy. From this day on, you will see signs everywhere you go, license plates, clocks, receipts, strangers who speak hidden truths. This is not superstition, this is synchronization. The scroll is no longer just a paper. It is part of your spirit. And from this day forward, your story will never be the same. Type Amen to get blessing 10,000.